Hello friends, welcome to My Power Experts. As you know, the electric vehicles are increasing day by day and people want to know everything about EV today. So this channel is intended to spread awareness on the electric vehicle and its charging infrastructure. So request you to stay tuned with us. Today we will learn about the standards and protocols in electric vehicle charging. We have created a full course on basics of electric vehicle and EV charging which is there on Udemy for free. You will find the link in the description. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. Also press the bell icon to stay updated. My colleague Poonam will take over.
This is a picture showing AC charging on one side and DC charging on another. Now when we talk about AC charging, the AC charger is the most common charging method for electric vehicles with a plug. Now when we plug an electric vehicle into a normal charge point, which is an AC point, the power gets converted to DC inside the vehicle in the onboard charger. You can see this onboard charger here. What this onboard charger is doing, it is converting power, AC power coming from the plug, from the AC charger to DC, which will move to the batteries. So this is doing conversion of AC into DC. And AC charger ranges from 3.3 kilowatt to 22 kilowatt in single phase and three phase respectively. The AC charger can be basic or it can be smart with Wi-Fi connectivity, metering, LAN connectivity, etc. based on EVSE controller inside AC charger. EVSE stands for Electric Vehicle Supply Equipment. This is a controller which will decide your AC charger will be smart or basic type. So this is AC charging. Now when we talk about DC charging, the DC charger converts the power before it enters to the vehicle. So after conversion, the power directly moves into the battery. So here we are bypassing the car's converter. Hence, these are fast charger, DCs are fast charger, and DC charger ranges from 30 kilowatt to 350 kilowatt with higher rating being used for charging heavy weight vehicles such as bus, truck, tractor, etc. So DC charging is fast charging and it is being used for heavy vehicles, fine. So this is it with AC and DC charging. Now let us learn the various charging levels used in the industry. Now level 1 charging. In level 1 charging, equipment provides charging through a normal 120 volt AC plug, and in this type of charging, equipment is portable and does not require the installation of charging equipments. Friends, this type of charging or this level of charging you can relate to your laptop charging, where you have a charger. You can take that charger to any place and you does not require installing or installation of charging equipments. You just need to plug your charger to a socket and you can charge your vehicle. And depending on the battery technology used in the vehicle, level 1 charging generally takes 16 to 20 hours to completely charge a fully depleted battery. The most common place for level 1 charging is vehicle owner's home, and it typically conducted overnight. Friends, as it requires 16 to 20 hours to completely charge a battery, so it is conducted, this charging is conducted overnight. Now level 2 charging. In level 2 charging, equipment offers charging through a 240 volt AC plug, and this type of charging level requires installation of home charging or public charging equipment, and these unit requires a dedicated circuit. Friends, here you can see a green color box here, which is special charging equipment. You need to you need to install this at the place of charging. So in level 2 charging, equipments are compatible with all electric vehicles, and depending on the battery technology used in the vehicle, level 2 charging generally takes 6 to 8 hours to completely charge a fully depleted battery. And in level 2 charging, chargers are commonly found in residential building, public parking areas, places of employment and commercial building. Then we have level 3 charging or DC fast charging. Using this charging solution, this implies bypassing the EV onboard battery charger. In DC type of charging, I have already discussed that there is no requirement of onboard battery charger or OBC, and the energy transfer is accomplished via direct current. So in DC charging, we have charger of DC type, which directly provides DC to the batteries. So in this type of charging, it takes almost 20 to 30 minutes to charge 80% of the batteries, Now the International Electrotechnical Commission IEC defines charging in modes. Now coming to charging modes, the International Electrotechnical Commission, commonly known as IEC, defines charging in modes, which are defined in IEC 62196, and there are 4 modes of charging. Mode 1 charging. In mode 1 charging, it refers to the charging through household outlet with a simple extended cable without any safety device in between. So you can see in this picture, we have a household outlet of 230 volt and we have a charger without any safety device in between. Though the household outlet is protected by a fuse, but its response is very slow, that makes mode 1 charging quite unsafe. In some countries like USA, this mode 1 charging is prohibited. So mode 1 charging is not very safe and it is not practiced charging mode. Now mode 2 charging. In mode 2 charging, this refers to the charging from the household outlet with a control and protection device inserted in the cable, which is called ICCPD, in cable control and protection device. So you can see in this picture, we have a household outlet of 230 volt and we have a charger with installed ICCPD in between. This mode of charging is safer than mode 1 charging. However, the charging capacity will be limited to the maximum rating of household outlet. So the charging capacity is limited, but it is safer than mode 1 charging. Now coming to mode 3 charging, this refers to the dedicated charge point EVSE with proper control and protection, and this is the widely used charging mode across the world, and this can range from 3.8 kilowatt to 22 kilowatt AC charging. So this is the mostly used charging mode. Now coming to mode 4 charging. In mode 4 charging, it is DC charging. EV's onboard charger is bypassed, as I've already discussed that DC chargers does not require onboard charger, onboard controller, and the charging station provides DC voltage directly to the battery via DC connector. So there is no requirement of onboard charger or onboard converter in the vehicle. So this is mode 4 charging, and we have completed all 4 modes here. Now coming to plug or connector types. Now friends, we have different type of connectors for AC charging and different type of connectors for DC charging. Now first we will discuss AC connectors. In AC connectors, first we have type 1 plug. In type 1 plug, it ranges from 3.7 kilowatt to 7 kilowatt, and these are mostly single phase. So you can see this picture in the left hand side. It have 5 pins. Out of this 5 pins, one will be for phase, one will be for neutral, one will be for earth, and these two small pins are CP and PP, or control pilot and proximity pilot, and these two pins are for signaling purpose. So other one is type 2 plug. Type 2 plug ranges from 3.7 kilowatt to 7 kilowatt in single phase and up to 22 kilowatt in 3 phase. So in the right hand side you can see this picture of type 2 plug. Here we have 7 pins. Out of these pins, 3 will be for phases, 1 will be for neutral, and other one will be for earthing, and other 2 are PP and CP for signaling purpose. So this type 2 plug has inbuilt locking mechanism. So what do you understand by locking mechanism? See, whenever you require authentication or you need to pay the bill, this connector have a system, inbuilt system, which makes it get locked with your vehicle, and this connector will be removed from your vehicle only when you pay the bill. So this is the inbuilt locking system which we get with type 2 plugs. So these type 2 plugs are mainly used in public charging area where you have to pay the bills, and type 1 plugs doesn't have this locking mechanism. Fine. This is it with the AC connectors. Now coming to DC connectors. DC connectors are mainly of 3 types. First one is CHAdeMO, or we can now coming to DC connectors. DC connectors are mainly of 3 types. First one is CHAdeMO. CHAdeMO is an abbreviation of charge demove, which is a Japanese name. It means charge and go. So the name only suggests that it is a fast charger, though DC type connectors or DC chargers are fast chargers only. So you can see this picture of CHAdeMO type connector here, and this CHAdeMO was proposed by an association of the same name formed by 5 major Japanese automakers, and it was proposed in 2010 as a global industry standard. So now coming to the second type connector, which is CCS, or combined charging system. So you can see this picture of CCS type connector here. CCS is a combination of 2 connectors, AC plus DC. So in this picture you can see at the top side we have type 1, or it can be type 2 connectors of AC of AC type, and below that we have 2 connectors, 2 extra connectors which are used for DC charging. So this is a combination of both the AC and DC connectors. As our electric vehicles are smart, so if you connect this connector with AC, it will start charging from top side, and if you connect it to the DC charging system, it will charge from the bottom side. So it is also known as combo 1 or combo 2 type connector. Now third type is GDT, GB by T. It is a DC charging standard used in China. So Chinese use this type of connectors. So these is it with the types of DC connectors? Now coming to communication protocols in electric vehicle system, see, this is very interesting part of this discussion. After this you will come to know that how smart and intelligent this electric vehicle system is. Now you can see this picture in which this is a vehicle. This electric vehicle can communicate with charging stations. These charging stations can communicate with a network, which is central management system, and two different networks can also communicate between each other. Now we will see what are the protocols being followed for the communication purpose. So first one is Open Charge Point Protocol, which is OCPP, and this is a protocol which is being followed for the communication in between charging stations and its network, which is also known as central management system. So this is a type of protocol which you can relate to your SIM with its network. Fine. Now second one is Open Charge Point Interface, or OCPI. So this is a protocol which is being followed for the communication between one network to the other network. Like we have a charging station at one place, it has different network, and another charging station to a very different, which is at very different place, it will have a different network. So this OCPI can communicate between these two different networks. So this is a this is a protocol which is being followed by network to network communication. Now third one is ISO 15118. So this was first released in 2014, and this protocol is being followed for the communication in between your vehicle and its charging station. So different kind of chargers, AC charger and DC charger, use this type of protocol for communication with your vehicle.
So friends, thanks for watching. Hope you found the video in line with your expectations. Do comment your questions in the comment section below. We would be happy to answer them. Thank you.